this channel of mine. Obviously this is your first time ever hearing my voice, and in today's video I'm doing a tutorial instead of a montage, and I'm going to be teaching you how to do a backflip with no pain, well hopefully no pain, and no fear, because I know backflips can be scary. So let's get on with the video. Hopefully you enjoy and hopefully you learn something. Okay, so the first piece of this tutorial may be a bit pointless to some of you, but to get over the feeling of going over backwards, you just want to do a simple backwards roll onto your back and off. So when you've got the feeling of rolling over backwards, the next thing you want to try is landing on your back, like I'm doing in the video in the background. It is a very simple trick. You can do it from any height. You can do it from standing like I was just doing there, or you can do it from high up. Try and make it to your feet though, not just land sitting down like this. And when you've done that a few times, you can move on to the next stage. Something I forgot to add here is you want to jump a little bit before it, because if not, you'll do something like this. You'll just fall back and your legs will just hit the trampoline. It won't feel very nice either. You want to lift your legs off like so and then bounce back up, because if not, your body will look a bit like a plank of wood, kind of. Yeah. Okay, so when you've mastered the backdrop or just landing on your back, it's a very simple thing. It shouldn't take too long. You want to move on to the next stage, which is called a back pullover. It's basically the same thing, but you land on your back and you just roll over. Very simple as well, and it shouldn't be too scary. You can do this from any height as well. You want to grab your legs, well you don't have to, but it's kind of easier. You want to tuck in the air like I'm doing there, and just simply a backwards roll, but from bouncing. As you can see, holding my knees, I spin a little bit faster. See, I didn't grab my legs there. It doesn't really matter. As I said, you can do this from any height, from very high up or from very, very down low. It doesn't really matter. Now obviously if you're too scared to do a back pullover, you want to go back to what we were doing at the beginning, which was just a simple backwards roll. You want to kind of try and put a bit more effort into it, put some more force in, and eventually you'll get it. Now obviously if you're still scared to do it, you can try this. Now you want to pick a side which you can look right or left. Now you're going to look this way when you do the flip, and part of the fear of doing a backflip or back pullover is not being able to see the ground. So obviously with a front flip you pretty much see the ground the whole time, but when you look to the side you can see the whole world go around, and you can also see the trampoline, and it is not as scary as just going for it. And if you're still too scared to do it, you want to pick a side. Your brain will automatically pick a side for you, left or right. I'm going over my left here, and basically you want to kind of curl out to one side, and eventually you will kind of start to go backwards more, and just do it like that. Now when you've mastered the back pullover, you can do it pretty much standing there and you don't have to think about it. The next thing you can do is just to commit to the backflip. Just do it, get over and done with. But obviously you'll be too scared at first. Some people aren't, for some reason. Now to do a backflip, you want to start with your hands up in the air, bring them down and bend your knees. Then with all your might throw your arms up and backwards. You must remember backwards as well. You can also lean your head back, that'll help you go back as well, because if you just throw your arms up, you'll land on your head. And when you have the confidence, you can just go for a backflip like I did there. Arms up, bend your knees, and a backflip. Eventually you won't even have to use your arms, your brain will just be like, do a backflip, and then you can just do one like that. Something that helps a few people just commit to it is stepping back into it like this, and then just throwing your arms up. I don't really know what it's for, but it does help some people. I don't really know it's a difference. I suppose it's just how some people learn. Now obviously you're going to be scared just to chuck yourself over backwards. You never know what will happen. So again, like the back pullover, you want to pick a side, either your left or you can go to your right. And you want to start to go over that shoulder. You can put your hands down as well, maybe a back handspring. I don't think I've tried a back handspring before. But you want to pick that side and just chuck your body over that way. Here is a little reenactment of your first backflip. Maybe like you might kind of spaz out at the end, or you might skim your head a little bit, but you're on a trampoline, you're not too high up, especially if you're starting standing, so you shouldn't kill yourself. Don't blame me, please. Now, I actually didn't learn the way I just show you. I learned like this, which is doing a backflip from like kind of squatting down. I know it looks really stupid, but if you do it, then well, you won't have the fear when you get down there just to chuck your arms, and that's what happened to me. I tried it and it worked out. I just chucked my arms from low down. I skimmed my head a few times, but it doesn't really matter. And then eventually I could just land it like I've just done here, and yeah. If you do decide to learn like this, you can start bouncing low, and then on the last bounce jump up really high to normal height, and then just chuck your arms. You still you won't have the fear because you're down low and then you suddenly burst up and do a backflip. That's how I learned anyway. And then after a while I could just stand there, do a backflip. You don't even have to grab your legs normally, because you're like the momentum from your arms, by the time you put your arms in to grab your shins, you're pretty much round in the air. Now they're basically all the tips I have for learning a backflip. If you have any questions, leave down in the comments below. But when you've learnt a backflip, there are a lot of variations. Off one foot, for example, or a gainer, which is like moving forwards whilst doing a backflip. You can also try a kaboom, which is hitting your heels and then it spins you over. It's basically a back pullover. Or a Cody, which is a backflip to your stomach and then another backflip off of your stomach. You can also do fancy looking backflips where you kind of swing your feet out at the end. Can't actually see because for some reason the sun's in the sky, and my feet just disappear, but it looks quite fancy. Also, there is a layout which looks cool in slow motion, as you can see. Also, it's fun to put backflips and combos as well, like kaboom times 2 to front flip to backflip. Over time you can get onto more advanced tricks like double kabooms, double backflips and things like that. Obviously they are more dangerous, so don't hurt yourself. Well, this has been my tutorial on how to do a backflip. Hopefully you did enjoy. If there's any tricks at the end which you saw which you want to learn as well, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll make more tutorials if you'd like so. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, because I actually don't have a subscriber whilst making this, which is very sad. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you later. Goodbye.